Hello everyone. Today's practice is going to be very short and very sweet. Oftentimes we use the excuse that we don't have time to do our practice, and I have indeed used that excuse as well. However, there is always time to do a little bit, whether it's a few postures, a little bit of breathing technique, or short meditation. So this is the practice for you when time is short. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start in child pose. So take the feet together, knees apart, and then bring your forehead down to your mat. So no matter how busy we are in our days, it's always important to take this time to pause, to catch hold of the breath, and to come to center, because this is where we'll find the greatest sense of peace, the greatest sense of happiness, when we just drop off all of our cares and all of our worries and all of our to-do list, and we just come into the breath, and we drop into the heart. So take a couple rounds of deep, full breath. And as we drop into the breath, we just get the sense that we have all the time that we need. We have all the time that we need. Then inhaling, coming all the way up onto your hands and to your knees. Shoulders right over wrists. Let's do a couple of rounds of cat-cow. So breathe in, lift the heart. And exhale around the back. Draw your gaze towards your navel as you pull the sits bones down, and then breathing in. So we're not going to rush, even though the practice is short. We take the time to breathe. We take time to allow the breath to lengthen and create space. Good. Come back to a neutral spine. Take the right arm to the sky. Breathe in. And then exhale. We're going to thread the needle. So sweep the arm underneath. And let that left elbow pop to the sky. Come up onto your fingertips and feel your shoulder blade hug towards the back of the spine. Now pull the belly in. And feel that stability through your hips as you draw the navel towards the spine. Good. Plant the hand underneath your shoulder. Take the arm to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Hand comes down to the mat. Switch sides. Breathe in. Exhale. Sweep it through. And fingertips to the mat. Elbow to the sky. Hug the shoulder blade in to the back of the heart. And then breathe. No rush in the breath. Plant the hand, take the arm to the sky, inhale as you rise up, and then exhale, bring the hand down to the mat. Now let's go ahead and curl your toes under. As you exhale, pull the belly in, gaze towards your belly, drop the heels down, downward facing dog. You can pedal the feet a little bit here, or you can keep both heels same level and then just rock the hips side to side. Go ahead and come back to center. Take a deep inhale. Smooth it out. I'm going to take the right leg to the sky. Keep the hips square, toes pointing down. Draw the knee into the chest, round the back. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, shift the shoulders right over the wrist. Make some space by pulling the belly in and rounding the back. And inhale, take the leg to the sky. Exhale, draw it in again. Hover here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and set the foot between the hands. Drop the back knee. Arms to the sky. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. And then feel the thighs hug towards one another. Lifting from the pelvic floor if you can. Navel in as the heart lifts and expands. And then exhale, take the hands down to the mat. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Shift forward. Plank pose. Breathe in. Take your knees down to the mat. Chin, chest. Slide through, breathe in, cobra pose. And then you're going to exhale, bring your forehead down to the mat. Now this time we're going to twist into cobra. So you're going to look over your left shoulder as you breathe in. And then exhale, forehead comes down. Moving to the right, inhale. And then exhale. This time push to your knees, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. And then inhale, left leg to the sky. Draw the knee into the chest, round the back, push the floor away. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, draw it in, shoulders right over the wrists. One more, breathe in. Breathe out. Now hover here for 5, 4, just building a little heat. 2, 1, foot between the hands. Drop the back knee, Anjaneyasana. Inhale. Hold steady for that exhale. Feel the breath. Create the expansion as well as the release. And then hands come down to the mat. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Shifting forward into your plank pose. Inhaling. This time chaturanga, or you can come to your knees. Exhale. Inhale. Lift from the inner thighs. Heart expands. And then take it back. Downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Get that knee tight into the chest, just as we just did. Put the foot between the hands. Drop the back heel. Rise up. Warrior 2. So arms are into a T position. Head right over the pelvis. And get low in your lunge. And then gaze over your middle finger. Feel the steadiness of the pose. Right here, present. We're not being pulled forward into the future. We're not being held back by the past, but we're really just centered here in the present. Not feeling rushed. And then straighten the front leg, arms to the sky. Inhale. And then exhale, pulse it back to warrior 2. Inhale. And then exhale. And one more like that. Breathe in. And breathe out. Straighten the front leg. Inhale. You're going to reach out over that front leg into triangle pose. So stretch the body long. Bring your hand down to the inside of your calf. Stack the arms like a T. Now see if you can tuck that bottom underneath you, your right buttock, and then pull the belly into the sky. Quadriceps, the front of the thighs are firming. And you'll take that top arm, reach up and overhead, bow the ribs open. One more breath. And bring the hand down to your hip. Take the lower arm, reach it forward, and then rise all the way up. Take it into a reverse triangle. Belly is still hugging in. So you're creating an opening to your right side body now. Good. And then exhale. Take the hands down to the mat. And then step it back. Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale. Up dog. Remember, inner thighs lift. Belly pulls in to help lift the hips as you take it back, downward facing dog. Full exhale. Left leg to the sky. Inhale. Now draw the knee in tight to the chest. Make space. Set the foot between the hands. Drop the back heel. Find your warrior 2. Front heel aligns with the back arch. And then soften into the pose. Be in the pose. Don't be anywhere else. Don't think about what you need to do or where you need to be. Just feel into the blessing of this present moment. Okay, straighten the front leg. Inhale. Palms press. Exhale, bend the knee. Warrior 2. 2 more. Inhale, straighten the leg. Arms lift. Exhale. 1 more. Breathe in. And exhale. Good. Straighten the front leg. Breathe in. And then moving into triangle pose. Extend the body long out over the leg. So think about trying to get the spine parallel to the floor the best that you can. So you really have to engage the abdominals to find that support in the low back from which you can extend the spine forward and long. Take the top hand, reach the arm up by your ear, and then see if you can bow the ribs open. And let the breath help
aid you in that opening. Take the top arm, reach back. Take the lower arm, reach forward, pull from the belly, rise up, take it into a reverse triangle. Good. And then inhale, come up, plant the hands on either side of the foot, step it back, chaturanga. If you want to skip chaturanga, move to downward facing dog. Breathe in, upward facing dog, and then exhale. Take it back, down dog. Always taking time to gather the breath if you've lost it. Breath is more important than pose. Take the right leg to the sky, inhale. Draw the knee in tight, set the foot between the hands. Now this time keep your hands on the floor, scooch the back foot in, drop the heel. So you have about a 3.5 foot stance. Inhale, lengthen, pull the belly in, and exhale, fold it down for pyramid. And keep cinching that right hip back. Engage that left quadricep. And then just let the head be heavy here. Giving yourself a few rounds of breath to open up that hamstring. Okay, inhale. Come up halfway. Now really pull the belly away from your thigh. Leave your left hand on the inside of the foot, or you can take it to the outside of the foot. As you exhale, pull the belly towards the thigh and see if you can stack the shoulders one on top of the other as you lift the right arm up to the sky. Your gaze can be down, halfway, or all the way up to the thumb, depending on your neck. Keep cinching that right hip back. Every exhale, you feel the belly pull in into the sky. One more breath. Okay, bring the top hand down, square off, drop the back knee down to the floor, and then take the arms to the sky. Come back to the low lunge. And then when you exhale, bring the hands to the heart space, plant the elbow to the outside of the knee. Okay, and then lift the heart towards the thumbs. And this gentle pressure of the hands pressing into one another will help create some stability across the shoulders. And then straighten the back leg. Lift the knee to the sky. Now, if this is too intense, you keep the knee on the floor. Don't overcomplicate things. We do that enough already in our lives. Okay, unwind. Take the arms up to the sky. Inhale for crescent-toed warrior. Hold for an exhale. One more inhale. And then plant the hands. Step it back, either downward facing dog or chaturanga. Inhale. Lift the heart. Spread through the collarbones. Take it back. Downward facing dog as you roll over the toes as far as you can. And take the left leg to the sky. Inhale. Step it through as you exhale. Scooch that back foot in. So you shorten your stance. Back toes turn out. And then come up to your fingertips. Inhale. Pull the belly away from the thigh. And then exhale, fold down. Pyramid. Drop in, drop in, drop in. Nice. Now come up halfway onto your fingertips. Now thinking about, do you want your hand on the inside of the foot or the outside? Outside of the foot is a little more intense of a twist, so you have to determine what's best for you. Pull the belly in, exhale, lift the arm up to the sky, stacking the shoulders, pulling that left hip back. Again, your gaze can be down, forward, or all the way up towards your thumb. Letting that breath be a tool that's helping you guide yourself deeper into the posture. Good. Take the top hand down. Spin to the ball of the back foot. Take the knee down to the floor. Arms to the sky. Inhale. Hold for that exhale. Breathe in. And let's twist it as you exhale. Elbow to the outside of the knee. Now lift the heart towards the thumbs. Yeah. And that gentle pressure of the arm against the knee, knee against the arm creates this nice traction. So we're going to get nice and stable to straighten the back leg. And keep pulling the belly in into the sky. Powerfully lifting through the back of the knee, center of the back of the heel, pushes to the back of the mat. And then we unwind and find ourselves in crescent-toed warrior, inhaling. Hold for that exhale. Breathe in. And then hands to the mat. Downward facing dog or go through a flow, chaturanga. Inhale up top. See if you can roll over the toes as you lift the hips. Take it back, down dog. Now we're going to do a little something to help build some low back strength, especially if you're starting your week, sitting in a chair. This is really going to be very supportive of creating some stability. So let's shift forward, plank pose. And then you're going to lower all the way down to your bellies. Okay, so from here, make sure you have space. Take your arms out into a T position. Legs are together. You're going to inhale. You're going to come up to this locust variation. So spread through the balls of your feet and your toes. Lift the chest up. Don't jut the chin. And when you inhale, sweep the arms forward. And then when you exhale, bring the arms back to a T position, but take the legs wide. See if you can get the thighs up off the floor. Arms stay in line with your collarbones. And then inhale, arms sweep forward. Squeeze the legs together. Inhale. Open it up. Arms together. Squeeze the legs together. Arms into a T. Legs spread apart. Flare through the toes. Bring it forward. Squeeze the thighs if you can. Open it up to a T. Legs spread wide. Arms by your ears. Legs squeeze together. One more. Open it up. Come back. Arms by your ears. Legs squeeze in. Open it up. Keep the arms into a T. Bring the legs together. And then lower down. Turn your head to one side. And soften. Okay, and turn your head the other way. You can even sway the hips if that feels good. Bring your hands to your side. Curl your toes under. Press up to your downward facing dog. And just gather your breath. Good. Now take your right foot. Step it to the middle of your mat. And then lift your back leg. Parallel. So you're up on your fingertips here. So supported warrior 3. Back toes are pointing down. Keep your left hand on the floor or a block. Pull the belly in. And then start to revolve the belly towards your thigh. Take the right arm up to the sky. Revolved half moon. And feel that inner thigh lift to the sky as you push through the back heel. You're going to take the top arm. You're going to sweep it by your hip. Draw the knee into your chest. Slowly rise up. 1 foot balance. Backstroke the left arm. Bring it to your hip as you bring your right hand to the outside of your knee. Stay here or grab the outside of your foot. And then extend through the heel. Pull the belly in. Lift tall. Spread the collarbones wide. You can find more rotation as you bring the belly towards the thigh. Maybe extend the arm towards the back of the room. Okay, slowly release the foot. Freestyle the arms all the way down to the floor. Take your time. Transitions are just as important as the poses themselves. Hands come back to the floor. Bend the knee. And then step back, downward facing dog. And then step the left foot forward, halfway. Lift the back leg. Come up onto the fingertips, pull the belly away from the thigh. Feel that inner line of the leg lift to the sky. And then as you exhale, belly towards the thigh, stacking the shoulders. Revolved half moon. And feel yourself really extend the heart forward as you push through the heel towards the back of the mat. So you're really opening it up in opposite directions. And then take the top arm, backstroke it by your hip. Pull the knee into your chest as you rise up.
Good. Take your left hand to the outside knee. Right hand can come to your hip. Stay here or grab for the outside of the foot. Start to extend the leg as much as you can. It doesn't matter if the leg comes all the way straight, but see if you can lift up tall. And take the right hand behind you. And then you can refine it. See if you can start to rotate a little bit more by pulling the belly in and towards the back of the room. Gaze can follow. Release the foot slowly. Bring it back down. Balance is different every day. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, just step it back. Downward facing dog. Shift forward into your plank pose. And then lower down to your bellies. Release the tops of the feet. Bring your arms by your side. Inhale, come up to locust pose. And we'll hold here. Spread through the fingertips, spread through the toes. See if you can keep the thighs lifting, but also hugging towards one another. Try not to splay the legs far apart. Take another breath in. Exhale, release. Forehead comes down. Good. Okay. Bend the knees this time. See if you can grab your ankles. If the ankles aren't available today, come back to the locust pose that we just did. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then rise up. Dhanurasana. Take another breath in. Lift a little higher. And exhale, release. Bring your hands to your side. Press up to your knees. Take it back. Child pose. Then come back up. Curl your toes under. Now go ahead and turn the eye of your elbows, the crease of your elbows to face the front of the mat. And see if you can lower the elbows slowly down to the mat so that they touch at the exact same time. Okay. Coming into Dolphin Pose, walk the toes in as far as you can. And just release the neck. I'm just holding here. Now if you have a headstand in your practice or a handstand or forearm balance and you'd rather do that here, feel free. But this is a pose that's going to help create all that strength to move into those more challenging inversions and arm balances. 2 more breaths. Good. Then bring the knees down to the mat. Sit back on your heels for a moment. Just take a pause here. Palms to the sky, eyes are closed. Always coming back to center. Checking in to see what is shifting. What might be revealing itself to you or what might be finally letting go. Okay, take the hands to the mat. Curl your back toes under. Okay. Take the right leg to the sky. Inhale. And then step it forward. Rise up, warrior 2, just briefly. Because we're going to parallel the feet here. Okay. Toes are slightly turning in. Now, interlace the hands behind the back. If that doesn't work for you, keep the arms out into a T position. Take a deep inhale, breathe in. And I'm going to exhale, fold it forward. And if you're not doing the interlacing of the hands, just reach for the outside of your ankles. Or you can even just bring your hands down to the mat. And then trying to get your sits bones perpendicular to the floor. Pushing into the outer edges of the feet, lift from the inner arches. Two more breaths. See if you can soften the jaw. Even soften the gaze. Okay, inhale, lift from the belly, lead with the heart. Good. Turn your toes to the top of the mat. Step forward. Okay. Arms to the sky, inhale.
Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, lengthen. Plant the hands, step it back, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in as you rise up to up dog, and then take it back. Downward facing dog. Okay, if you have a jump through in your practice, you can come up onto your toes, bend the knees, and float through the hands. Or you can just step forward, cross at the ankles, and come down to your seat. I'm going to turn to face you. Move the flesh of the sits bones away. Take the arms to the sky. Inhale. Flare through the toes. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from the hips. You feel the heart stretch forward. Now, if you can't reach your feet, just bring your hands down to the floor. Okay, so either one. What's more important here is that we remain steady, minimizing extraneous movement. All that flinching and movements, those little movements, just are indications that the mind isn't really settled. So trying to be as still as possible and just focusing on that long, full breath that pulls you deeper into inner stillness. One more breath. And then inhale, come up. Bring the pads of the feet together. Heels as close to your groin as possible. Bring the hands underneath pinky edge of your feet. Inhale, lengthen. Now move the shoulders away from the ears. Now look down the tip of your nose. Feel the shoulders melt away from the ears and this lengthening of the back of the neck and the upper back. Now see if you can start to elongate the exhale. So you're going to breathe in for 4 and see if you can exhale for 8. Now if an 8 count exhale feels stressful, don't do it. We're not aiming to add stress to the practice. We're trying to reduce that. So shorten the exhale to 6 or 5, just a little bit longer than the inhale. So we get that parasympathetic nervous system kicking in. And on your next exhale, fold forward. So still doing the longer exhale as you fold forward. And then inhale, come up. And then making your way onto your back. Mm-hmm. So from here, bring your knees into your chest. Extend the left leg to the floor. Take a deep breath in. We're going to come into a twist. So take the leg across the body. You can bring your right arm out to the side, stacking the hips on top of one another. And then look out over your right hand. Good. Come back to center. Bring your left knee into your chest. Straighten the right leg. And then when you exhale, bring the leg across the body. Looking out over your left hand. And then Now lift your bottom up, curl your tailbone so that when you lower back down, you feel the sacrum firmly resting on the mat. Bring the feet together, take the knees wide, bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, close the eyes. And then open the mouth, move your lower jaw side to side, releasing any tension there. And just have a soft parting in the lips. The jaw remains slack. Take a deep inhale. Let it go through the mouth. Let go of the ujjayi. Just feeling this pull downward, this invitation by gravity to let go, to take this time to fully surrender. Knowing that it is in that surrender that we'll feel the greatest sense of freedom and ease. You're welcome to keep the legs as they are or slide them all the way out, finding Shavasana and bringing the palms to the sky. Fully open and receptive to receive all the benefits of this practice. And we receive benefit regardless of the length of time that we take in our practice. Depending on your day, you stay in Shavasana as long as you need. Yourself permission to take the time that you need. Finding a sense of gratitude for the time that we do have and for how we choose to use that time. And I'll leave you here with many blessings for a prosperous and full life. Namaste.